Hi, welcome to our next level 3 trigonometry video. We continue talking modeling graphs where we use these formula for our trig functions to model real life applications. Right, let's get into example number 2. A particular star has a brightness that increases and decreases based on a trigonometric function. The star's brightness is measured over a month with 31 days, with the peak brightness starting on the second day of the month. Each cycle takes 5.5 days. Right, here is our example of what it looks like as a graph. We have brightness on the y-axis. Brightness has been measured in percentage. And we have the time in days on the x-axis. Right, our job is to figure out the values of A, B, C, and D. And in this video, we're going to show you a couple of cool tricks that'll help you learn this. So let's get into the first trick. To work out the amplitude, we're going to go maximum minus minimum divided 2. So the maximum of this graph is 100% and the minimum is 20%. So we're going to go 100 minus 20 all divided by 2. So 100 minus 20 is 80. 80 divided by 2 is 40. So this graph has an amplitude of 40. So A is 40. So when I do this, I like to start straight away with working out the amplitude by using this formula. Right, the second thing I do next is my vertical shift. Now you can see that it's gone up 60 squares, but it's not always easy to work that out when the numbers aren't that simple. So here's another formula to work out the value of D. D is equal to the maximum plus the minimum divided by 2. Now be careful, the amplitude was maximum minus minimum, but the value of D is maximum plus minimum divided by 2. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to go 100 plus 20. 100 is the maximum, 20 is the minimum. That gives 120. 120 divided by 2 gives 60. That works out the value of D is 60. Right, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to come back to the story. We know that the peak starts on the second day of the month and each cycle takes 5.5 days. So we're going to use that information to work out the values of B and C. So we know that peak value, which is this point here, starts on the second day of the month. So we can work out that the graph has moved across 2 squares to the right. And we're going to treat it as a cosine graph. Cosine starts at its maximum. So because the graph has moved 2 squares to the right, we can say C is negative 2. Remember, C is the opposite because we're putting it in brackets to what we're moving. If we move to the right, C is negative. If we move to the left, C is positive. Now, we're going to work out the period. The value of B, is to do with the period, and the period is equal to 2 pi over B. We're going to flip that over and get B is equal to 2 pi over the period. So 2 pi divided by 5.5 because we were told it takes 5.5 days to complete one cycle. So we've got B is equal to 2 pi over 5.5. Now we don't like decimals and fractions. Because it's 5.5, we're going to go double the top and double the bottom. So double the top to get 4 pi, double the bottom to get 11. So B is equal to 4 pi over 11. Right, well we've worked out A, B, C and D, so let's put it all together in this formula to get y is equal to 40 cosine B, which is 4 pi over 11, times brackets x minus 2, close bracket, plus 60. Now, we don't use y's and x's anymore in modeling, so let's replace y with B for brightness and x with t for time and days. Cool. Thanks so much for watching this video.